Hi guys, I'm going to be doing some DIYs today. So I grabbed a load of bits and pieces out of my craft stash, I chucked them on Dylan's bed and I took over his desk for the morning and I just shut myself off in his room and I made 4 DIYs, but I do want to make some more sort of other ideas. So this is what you need for the first lot of DIYs, just scissors, tape, envelope, some coloured paper, or you could just have some pens to draw a heart on. So I just chose some of the paper from my different paper book. I put a couple of dots on there just to try and even out a heart. I was trying to draw it freehand and I can't. I'm useless at drawing hearts, so it took 2 attempts to get a half decent one. And I didn't have any glue, so I literally used some sellotape to stick that on the back there. And that is literally that. It's just an envelope with a heart on. I can't do fancy writing, but if you can, you could write lovely things on the front or the back. And then this is what you need for the next DIY. Some card or paper, ribbon, glue, and I use an elastic band, but you don't need it, just to hold the paper in place. And you just roll up the card or the paper. I used card. And then it's just basically going to look like a little scroll. And then I just use the elastic band to hold it in place. You don't need to do that. And then you've got the choice. You can use glue or ribbon just to tie it up with, make it look pretty. I went with ribbon and it hid the elastic band. And then it's just literally going to make a little Valentine's scroll. You could use red ribbon, red velvet ribbon would look nice. You could actually write on the scroll. But I decided just to keep it simple and easy. And I didn't have any red ribbon, so I just stuck with pink really. And then it just sort of matched as well. I'm rubbish at bows, but I managed to pull this one off, I think. I just think it's less fiddly when you're tying it up in a bow if you've put an elastic band around it. And then again, another really simple, easy DIY. The first 2 are so simple and easy. Well, they're all easy, but these are really easy. And a lot of these things you're going to have at home anyway. I just think it's not much to it, really easy and simple. Again, you can adapt them as well. You can write on them, use red to make it more Valentine's-y. There's so much more you can do with these, or just keep it simple. And a lot of people have envelopes already, or you could just draw the heart on there, or again, you can use red ribbon. There's a few things you can do. For this one, you just need some barbecue sticks, some kebab skewers, some wool, scissors. So I'm going to be making pom-poms again, but this time I'm going to show you how to make pom-poms without a pom-pom maker. So you can use card, anything. I'm using my headphone case. That is how easy and simple it is. I just wound it round about 50 times for these pom-poms. And then once you've wound it round, just cut off a little bit of wool. And then you want to take your wool off of there, and then you just end up with loads of loops of wool, and use that little bit of wool just to tie around, hold it in place, tie it in the middle. Just tie it really tight so the wool's not all loose. It's not going to come out once you make the pom-pom. And then you've got 2 loops on the end, and then you're just going to cut them. And you just got to double check you've got all the loops cut. And then you do the same the other end. And then don't fluff it out yet. Keep it like that. And then you just want to cut round half a circle shape just to tidy it up. And you're going to want to do that both sides. Just cut round a half circle as tidy as possible. So in the end it'll look like a circle. And this will take a while if you're doing it like this, just to tidy it up. You can use pom-pom makers. I've actually lost my pom-pom maker, but you can find them in the pound shop, cheap shops, probably the works, online. So I thought it was a perfect opportunity just to show you can make pom-poms. Basically, you're just using a bit of card, really. So tidy up both sides, and then once you've cut it and it looks tidy, you can fluff it out. And then it still might look a bit messy, so when you've fluffed it out, you want to cut it again, try and tidy it up as best you can. I do think I prefer the pom-poms I've made from a pom-pom maker, it's more cleaner, tidier. And I pretty much can eyeball when I've used enough wool, but for this one I had to go, right, I'll wrap it round so many times and see what it looks like. I really didn't want to waste my wool, because that pink wool it's not going to take much for it all to be gone now, and I really like it. It doesn't show on camera, but it is a really nice pink, but it looks more like orangey pink, I don't know, I think some of the video, but it is sparkly as well. It's really nice wool. I got it from Poundland years ago, and it's lasted ages. I've made so many pom-poms and things with it. And the purple one's the same, it's sparkly, but I think the pink one's a lot nicer. So when you've cut your pom-pom, tidied it up, made it, you want to get your kebab skewer and just cut it down a little bit because it's quite tall, and then just tidy it up. But you want to keep the pointy end to put your pom-pom on. Now you can glue it on if you want. I just put mine on and it stayed on. As you can see, it's not coming off. But if you've got kids, you might want to glue it on in case they put it off, or chop it so it's not so sharp. But we're going to be making pom-pom flowers, because I don't think I said that yet. So I've got different sticks, different lengths. I've got some purple ones in there. I've got some pink ones in there. And you also need a jar. I forgot to say that, but I will put that in when I'm editing. Or you don't need to have a jar. Maybe you could tie it up and just have them laying on a shelf or something. But I think they look cool in a jar. Now again, you can use jute or ribbon to decorate the jar. I went with ribbon originally. The bow didn't turn out too great, so I went with jute in the end. Even if you can't do a bow, it's going to come off looking good. And if you want to, you could paint the kebab sticks. You could either paint them like a darker brown, you can paint them green so they look like flowers. Originally I was going to paint them green, but again I couldn't find my green paint. I think that looks really nice. And if you do want to do something a little bit extra, you can use a label maker, write a saying or a quote on there. I got my label maker out and I wrote the word just love, just because I thought that would be great for Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. And then when it comes to Easter, or just you can write an Easter or a spring quote on there. But these are just really simple, really easy, especially those first two. There's not much to it, and I haven't spent a penny on these things because I already had all this stuff. I keep looking at stuff like TK Maxx, Poundland, I'm thinking, no, I'm going to be good, I'm not buying anything. I've got so much stuff, I can make stuff. So you've guessed it, we've got more pom-poms, and I'm just going to make a little pom-pom garland for my kitchen, because I made one for autumn and I just want to get a more seasonal one up there. Looking back, I should have made it a bit longer. It's only a little bit shorter, but I should have made it just a little bit longer, but it looks fine, it will do the job. And again, if you want, you can use different colour walls. It doesn't have to be like spring colours or Mother's Day type colours or anything, or you can go full on red for Valentine's. I just wanted to make it so it'd last a bit longer, so that's why I put in a bit of purple and I used pink. So these are smaller pom-poms. I did these first before the other ones, so I just wrapped it around like 30 times, and I should have done it more like 50, like with the flowers, so it was a bit fuller. But when I did the first one, I just didn't want to waste it because I haven't got a lot of that pink wool left, so I kept with it and I just used it. So here's me quickly just showing you how to make a pom-pom again. and I just wrapped it around 30 times this time for this one. But like I said, I do prefer pom-pom maker. I think it looks fuller, looks better, but you absolutely can do it this way. If you're going to do this way, I would wrap it around more times just so it looks fuller. But I haven't done it around that before. I've always used like a pom-pom maker. Well, years ago I used a card actually, but so I wasn't entirely sure how many times to wrap it around. But you want to wrap around 50 times plus just to get a full pom-pom. And again, just make it look tidier. Do a little half circle all the way around on each side, and then just fluff it out and make it look a bit tidier. I'm hopefully going to do like a part 2, some more DIYs. I did these in a morning and I thought, oh, I don't know if I've got a lot of time. And this video was originally 27 minutes. So I thought, okay, I'm going to edit what I've got and hopefully find time to do a part 2. Because I've got so many other ideas, but it's just finding that time. I'm hoping this morning while Sophia's at nursery, I can get this filmed, edited, tidy up the mess I've made in Dylan's room. So loop your wall, so you got some, so you can hang your like pom-pom bunting, and then just space it out. Just decide how much space you want in between the pom-poms, and then cut that and loop the other end. I do wish I made it a bit longer, but it is what it is. And I don't think it looked too bad in the end. So here is the final 4 DIYs, 2 super easy ones and another 2 slightly more fiddly ones. Not hard necessarily, just more fiddly. I think this turned out really great. Again, it didn't cost me anything, and you can always adapt these things to what you have at home. Let me know if you try any of the DIYs. I hope you do give them a go. But here are the final 4, and then I did put them on my shelf just to see what they'd look like. And then here is the garland, so it's just a tiny bit shorter than the other one, but I've got something pretty to look at now while I'm washing up, not just some tiles. And then here are the finished bits on a shelf. I don't know if they stay like this, I just wanted you to get an idea of what they'd look like. I think they turned out great. So pleased with them. They're super easy, and 2 of them are like 2 or 3 of them are adaptable for like Mother's Day, Easter, spring. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you give it a go, and I'll see you again soon on another video.